Hi, folks. I hope everyone's doing really good. Let's see. Number one. Well, first we got the wide angle going so I could sneak in the QSP down there in the lower right corner. And okay, well, let's see. Let's go over what I carried today real fast. It's always good to do a pocket dump every now and then. For my right front pocket, it's the Boker Kalashnikov, but that stays in the truck when I go to work. And in the left front pocket, we have the Boker Weiss Whittler from 1973. Let's see if we can get the date on there. 1973. Boker Weiss. But yeah, that was a handy one in the left front. And then, of course, tucked next to my wallet in my back pocket is getting to be one of my favorite carries. I love to show this one off. It's the CJ Sheffield. Big old sheep's foot. Some nice ebony handles. Let's see. I know this never works out good, but let's give it a try. I was able to work on the edge today at work. And I'm getting a little better. But anyway, that was the carry. I already put the key clump back. Let's take a quick look at that so we can see that canoe. And I'm telling you guys, I'm only one trinket away from calling out a key clump tag. So you guys with your YouTube video or YouTube channels, let's see, I want to try and get this. Shouldn't look through the camera all the time. There we go. There's the key clump canoe looking good. But yeah, key clump tag coming up. So you guys got to bolster up your keychains. And one more thing before we show this cool knife that I got and bring out the book. There's been a little confusion in regards to a razor style blade. People referring to it as a one-armed bandit or a one-armed Barlow. No, there couldn't be nothing further from the truth. As I'll show you, this is basically a straight edge razor with this little swoop up here. And I think this is for like getting under your nostrils and your earlobes if you were to shave. And probably more than anything, just to give it a little, a little style. But I'm going to show you what a true one-armed trapper is. And you'll see the biggest difference, or a big difference. Here's your main. Let's move this up a little closer to the light. It's your main clip point. This is a Shatton Morgan 1 of 30 in Marvel wood, which is just an awesome wood, kind of like a barn wood. But here is a one-arm blade. See that? Now watch this. Might have to pull back a little bit. Now let's try it with this. You're not opening that. So that's not a one-armer. That's just the razor style blade is completely different. As you'll see, this is a one-arm blade. And it'll snag on anything, whether it be your leather belt, your pocket. You can drag it across the dirt. If you're in the barn, you hook it on a wooden post, a fence. Anyway, if you have a hand tied up, or if you're just wearing gloves, you're out in the barn in the middle of the winter time. And if I had one on my right hand, I probably wouldn't be able to get to the nail neck. Where's the nail neck? Over here. But you could just open it up, cut your rope, whatever you have to do. But there you go. There's the one-armed bandit. Just thought you guys would know. I didn't know the difference either till last year when I bought this. So this is a pretty cool knife. It's the only one-armed knife with the one-arm option that I have. Let's put this back. Let's get into this Kabar now. You guys are going to love this because I get to bring the book out. It's maybe a longer video than I expected, but that's okay. Let's bring the book out. And of course, there you guys can just pause it if you want to get the name of the author. 4th edition, 2003. And let's see what it says about Kabar really quick. I'm not going to read this whole thing. I'll try and get it focused in, and you guys can pause it and read it. There you go. But what I want you to see is a picture of this knife here. They show three of Kabar's most popular knives, and one is the Grizzly push button clasp. The other one is the dog head folding hunter and a fish knife. And take note of the knife markings. These here are the tang stamp markings. They always show the first marking when the company first opened, and then every marking prior to that. As you'll see, Union Razor Company started out in Tidiute way back in 1898. Union Razor Company. So they were in Pennsylvania. But eventually they moved to New York. Olean, New York. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. But what you have to take a look at here is for the ones that are built in Olean, New York, but it doesn't say Union Cutlery Company. There were two cutleries. Back in 1977, Kabar ceased to produce its own knives, and that was at the Union Cutlery building. And they moved over to All Case Cutlery, and that was also in Olean. So what they try to do is they try and fool you by putting, let's see. They try and fool you on the tank stamps by putting Olean, New York. But that's not the original building. And the collectors, the ones the collectors want are the Union Cutlery. The ones manufactured in that building. Whether it has the Olean, New York stamp or just the Union Cutlery Kabar. But once they moved to Kabar Olean, New York, they had already moved out of the Union building. So that's just a little note there, because that's going to explain why the knife I'm going to show you is quite valuable. Here, real quick, in the appraiser, total appraising using the RBR scale, if you look right here, Kabar, Olean, New York, circa 1919. 5-inch 1 or 2 blade folding hunter pattern with dog head shield. Stag handles, $800. Now this ain't, it's not like gospel. It was written in 2003. But what I just go by when there's a high number means it's pretty valuable. And I'll show you the knife here in a minute, and you'll see why. But we'll put that out. That's a little quick history on Kabar. And if you guys go back and freeze that frame with that page, it's a pretty good read. Only take you a couple minutes. But without further ado, we're already 10 minutes in. Let's pull out this knife. But this is going to be worth staying with me. Sticking with me. Stay with me. This here is the Kabar X177. And the 77 means it was built in 1977. You'll see the high polish on there. There is a little flea bite in the finish right here. So I'm going to have to keep an eye on that and keep some oil on that, because that could spread. And you can see some of the finish is breaking up here. That's not scratches. That's actually the shiny polish is starting to break through to the inside, where it's going to rust from the inside out, which happens to, I mean, to be able to find one in this condition is almost a miracle as it is. These are highly sought after, and the people that have good ones won't sell them. I've seen, for what I paid for this, I got this in the auction for $150, and which was like $165 out the door by the time you get it shipped here. But I've seen them rusted out go sell for $150. So let's take a look at the other side real quick. Look at this Stag, the pile side. Wait till I get this in my hand to show you. Now you look at the tang stamp here. Union Cut Company, only New York, X1/77. It's the last year that knives were made in the Union Cutlery Building in Olean, New York. So that's what makes it really valuable. Besides that, it's a high quality knife with extreme high polish for 1977. No gaps. Let's get it in the hand here. Or no, first I want you guys to see it like this with the dog head up. This looks pretty cool here. Look at this Stag on there. The dog head is pinned in. You may see, because the shape of the Stag goes in here a little bit, that you would think that the dog head's not fit in right, but actually it is. If you go, it may be still a little bit high here, but you can see where they tried keeping it level there. Man, my fingernails are long. I should have cut my fingernails today. But anyway, it's a sweet looking shot there. That's some beautiful Stag. The pile side is even a little bit more gorgeous. So there you have it. The Kabar doggy. Come here, little doggy. Let's put it in the hand and take a look at it there. There's no lock on it. It's got a pretty strong pull. Snaps open nicely. 5-inch handle, 4-inch blade. And it's the Hunter because it has a little, here's the difference between just a regular clasp and a Hunter clasp. You'll see you have the drop point here. We'll put all three of those out together in a second. There's no half stops, no locks, but it shoots right down. Pretty well centered. Everything's flush. No chips, no cracks, no gaps. This is a beauty. This is a steal for $150, you guys. Old Warthog pulled one out of his hat here. Would say pull one out of his ass, but... And I love that high polish. Of course, it's a fingerprint magnet, as you can see. Can probably get my whole identity off of that. Run that fingerprint there through the system. Beautiful knife. It's got the forward choil if you want to choke up. A little bit of a rammer there. But really nice hollow, hollow grind. So let's put out 3 really big cool knives. And then we'll finish it up. I was glad to be able to show you guys that one-armed trapper, because I've been looking for an excuse to pull that knife out. I made a video, like maybe my 4th video was on that. Let me clean this up just a little bit. Stick with me. Stick with me. Man, I love this knife. 1977, what's it? 3 to 80, 20, 40, 43 years old. It's not the oldest thing on earth, but a very collectible knife, to say the least. Put that in the middle. Put the Shat and Morgan. And this Shat and Morgan, I still haven't seen another one of these. So I don't know what the value of this is. They were going new in 2017 for $199. That was the manufacturer retail price. So, but I picked that up for a little less. I think I got that for 140, 143 or so. 152 for this one. And then we'll throw in the Winchester, which I got for 110, I think. So, big hunks of steel and big handles aren't cheap, but they are pretty damn cool. Here we go. What do you think? Let's see if we can get some different lighting off of it. Wonder what would happen. There we go. Some nice looking blade shapes on those. Love the Winchester with that big belly on it. Okay, my friends. Until next time, take care. Peace. Bye-bye.